This fourth Sunday in Ordinary Time continues on a theme that we began building last week, where God uses unexpected means, unexpected ways to bring about great power, great and mighty works. Let's begin with the prophet Zephaniah. We don't hear from Zephaniah very often, but Zephaniah begins by recalling that God works through those who follow the law, but primarily are concerned with justice and humility and being little. Not following the law for the law's sake or to look good, but rather those who want to attain the things that are in the law. What is true righteousness? What is true justice? What is true humility? Those that seek that, those are the ones that God lifts up. It's the small that God makes big. St. Paul echoes this idea in his letter to the Corinthians, when he reminds those first Christians they're really not anything special. Not many of them were wise by human standards. Not many of them were born of noble birth. Not many of them are anything to talk about. They're really ordinary. But that's what we boast in, because God wants to use the meek and the humble, the lowly, those who don't account for much in this world, and he wants to bring great things from them. If someone was great and they did God's work, you might be mistaken. Well, who's really doing this? Is it God, or was it really by the efforts of this person? And St. Paul is reminding them, it wasn't you who did all these great things. It's God who does all these great things. Jesus begins his great teaching of the Sermon on the Mount in St. Matthew's Gospel this week. And as he has the people sit down, he climbs up the mountain, and we hear that famous discourse, the Beatitudes. Jesus, one after another, says, blessed are those, blessed are those, blessed are those who are all these little things, who are meek, who are humble, who are lowly, who are mourning, who are being persecuted. These are blessed. Why are they blessed in their lowliness, their littleness, or being taken advantage of? They are blessed because it's God who lifts them up. They are not given the things of the world. They don't have great things, great riches, great wisdom, great power. They don't need any of that. Those who are blessed possess God. And this is what Jesus wants us to remember. I think the message that we can all walk away with is, even though we might have much and we're not necessarily on top of the world all the time, the Lord chooses that to show his power. Because when greatness can be broadcast through something little, we know it's not the person then. It's God working through him. So let God work through your meekness, and don't try to be more than you really are.